Hey, great to know that you guys are meeting together, kind of hybrid home groups. Like you think hybrid, you think, okay, electric and gasoline, they're two together. And that's kind of what we're doing here, not with fuel. I mean, it is kind of spiritual fuel, but, with our home groups, we got some people that are meeting in person together in a house. And then maybe, right now you're Zooming in, or maybe your home group is still on Zoom, or maybe everyone's in the house, like however it's working for you. I'm just thankful we've been able to take a step of faith towards being back together. And I know that God is going to get us all back together and we'll be in each other's presence, in the presence of the Lord, worshiping Him. So grateful that you guys are plugged in, that you're developing community, and I know you've strengthened each other during this time. If you've listened to me teach for any length of time, you've kind of seen me have this tug of war with social media. I'm not always on the right side of that. I'll just tell you right now. And I'm an opinionated person, like you probably can get that. I've had my own little battle with social media and the value of it because, I see both the good and the bad. And there for sure is both good and bad. But the terminology is pretty clear, right? I mean, if you're on social media, there are people that you follow, whatever platform it is, whether it's Facebook or InstaChat or Snapgram or like however it is for you. There are people that you follow, and you follow people because you've made that choice in some area of your life. You see them as an influence. They influence you. They're influencers. In fact, that's what really popular people on social media platforms are called. They're influencers. They have many people that follow them. I think that we're in a moment right now where there are a lot of Christians who are being influenced. Because they've chosen to follow different voices. This has been a crazy time. There's no doubt about it. Very unique moment in the history of the world that we're privileged to be a part of. But let me tell you something, everybody's got an opinion. And I think with the advent of technology and the positioning of social media, it's easy, to kind of put yourself in that spot where not only do you have an opinion, but you can kind of portray yourself as an expert. And then because you're an expert, you have the right to be influencing other people's lives, telling them how they should respond, telling them how they should think about a particular thing or this thing that we're dealing with. And as a result of that, I think there's a lot of confusion in the church. And I see it all the time. I see people getting swept up because they're being influenced by many different voices. Some people are getting caught up in conspiracy theories. Some people are becoming anti-government. Some of us have been caught up in scientific models that have been established, purporting to tell us how many people ultimately are going to die because of the pandemic. And if you're not careful, if you give these voices too much room or leverage in your life, you find yourself being swept away. You find the voice that really matters being drowned out. And so I just want to say to you, the voice that really matters right now is the voice of Jesus. There's really one that you need to be following. There's one who really needs to be having the ultimate influence in your life, and that's the Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm just drawn back to the simple words of Jesus as he said to his disciples, "Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." What a peaceful word that is. How simple that is. Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. As you spend time together in your home group, I just want to really encourage you to meditate on the words of Christ. Follow him, follow his voice, allow his influence to be the most significant influence. Allow his influence to be the measure of all other influences. And when you find yourself being confronted with other voices that are in conflict with the voice of Christ, make sure you put those voices in their place. And then remember your purpose. Christian, you're not just here to survive. You're not just on this planet to make it through. You're here to be a fisher of the souls of men and women. That's what God has called us to. And so let's not forget that. Let's remember that even in the circumstances that we're in that have been providentially allowed by God, that there is a mission that He has us on. The mission isn't just to get through, to get to the next meal. The mission is to get after lost souls so that what really matters can happen in their life, and that is everlasting life. God bless you all. Have a great time together.